Hello everyone. Today I'll tell you a story that has sent chills down the spines of those who watched it. Spending the night in the forest is never easy, not even for seasoned explorers. And if that forest is filled with dark, eerie energy, you'll find yourself desperately waiting for sunrise, just so you can pack up and run away. Always be aware of what's around you. That awareness might just save your life. This video tells the story of a girl who chose to sleep overnight in such a haunted forest, and that night may have been the most terrifying night of her life. Stay with us till the end and see for yourself what really happened.
I don't think I've slept one single minute the entire night. It's just so loud. There it is.
The woman decided to go camping alone in a remote, dense forest. She brought everything she needed: food, water, a flashlight, and a small tent just big enough to spend the night. As the sun set, she was ready. Her tent stood in a quiet clearing surrounded by dry leaves and the gentle sound of wind. It seemed like it would be a peaceful night, but things were about to change. All night she couldn't sleep. Outside her tent, something was moving. Scratching sounds against the ground, leaves being stepped on, then the unmistakable sound of something or someone rummaging around the tent. Unable to see what was out there, she curled up tightly, eyes wide open in the dark. Fear covered her face, her heart pounding, bracing for the worst. She didn't dare step outside. She didn't even dare to breathe too loudly. Something was trying to get in. Then suddenly the sounds stopped, as if nothing had ever been there. She had no idea what she had heard, or who might have been out there. Was it just a wild animal, or something else? What do you think made those terrifying sounds? Let us know your thoughts below. It was just a regular afternoon. A 15-year-old student was at home, lost in his video games, inside his room. The game music echoed through the small space. Nothing else mattered to him, until his eyes happened to glance outside the window. Outside stood the old row of towering trees in the backyard, something he usually ignored. But this time, something froze him in place. Hiding behind one of the thick tree trunks was a dark shadow. It didn't move. It just stared straight at him. The moment he flinched, the shadow vanished. So fast it was almost unreal. Panic, he jumped to his feet. Only one thought echoed in his head. He had to see it again. He rushed downstairs and bolted toward the back door. Nothing was there, just the quiet trees swaying in the wind. But as he squinted to look closer, once again, the dark shadow emerged from behind the tree. This time, clearer, more terrifying. It seemed to rise from the darkness, revealing only half of a blurry face, still staring directly at him. Without a second thought, he screamed and ran straight back into the house, heart pounding. Was it just a trick of the mind? Or had he seen something he was never meant to see? It was a quiet night. On the desolate highway, a woman slowly drove toward a traffic checkpoint. An officer signaled her to stop, and she complied without hesitation. But the moment the window rolled down, a strange chill escaped from the car, as if something wasn't quite right. Officers asked her to step out of the vehicle for a sobriety test. The result was negative. No signs of alcohol, no criminal behavior. But then, within seconds, she changed. Her face went blank, and her eyes rolled back, turning a deathly white like something from beyond the grave. It was a scene that chilled everyone to the bone. Some officers shouted, backing away in fear. She began muttering strange words, her voice strangled, echoing like it came from the void. No one understood what she was saying, but every syllable felt like a whisper from hell. They had no other choice. They handcuffed her, even as she thrashed, pleading with twisted, broken words. They believed something had taken over her. A malevolent force was driving her body, and they might not be the first ones to witness it. A little boy, around 5 years old, holding a plastic ball, ready to play in the living room. But the moment he stepped out of his room, he froze. His tiny legs curled up, locked in place, as if his body refused to move. The air in the house suddenly turned eerily cold. He stood there, motionless. His eyes stared straight down, not at the ball, but at his own shadow. A blank gaze, as if hypnotized, as if something unseen was drawing him in. He stood there, motionless. His eyes stared straight down, not at the ball, but at his own shadow. A blank gaze, as if hypnotized, as if something unseen was drawing him in. Some say the boy was just scared of his own shadow, but others believe something invisible was truly trying to hold him back. A cruel prank, or a warning from beyond. What do you think? Leave your comment, if you dare. One night, a man was driving down an empty road heading home after a long, exhausting day. But suddenly, the car stalled in the middle of nowhere. No headlights, no one around, only thick darkness, and the sound of his nervous sigh breaking the silence. He called for a tow truck and waited inside his car. Time dragged on in the stillness of the night. Then suddenly, a strange sound came from the front of the car, a soft vibration, like something moving beneath the hood. He held his breath and listened, but it was too dark, and he didn't have the courage to step outside and check. As he tried to stay calm, suddenly, from the darkness in front of the car, a horrifying face began to appear. Pale, twisted skin, and wide, unblinking eyes staring directly at him through the windshield. Those eyes glowed like a full moon, bright, motionless, and completely lifeless. The man froze. His heart pounded so hard it felt like it was about to leap out of his chest. That face remained. It didn't move. It didn't vanish. It just stood there, staring at him without blinking. He couldn't look away. Time seemed frozen. Nothing but the pounding of his heart and those haunting eyes. Could this be a spirit or something else, just waiting for him to open the door? A small family was taking advantage of the weekend to clean their house. The air was filled with laughter, sweeping sounds, and playful banter as everyone worked together. No one suspected that during this seemingly peaceful morning, something strange was already beginning. The whole family was cleaning and chatting cheerfully. Laughter echoed through the house. Suddenly, a faint click came from the shoe cabinet near the front door. No one paid attention, but if they had looked closely, they would have seen the cabinet door just shut by itself, completely inexplicably. Just minutes later, the cabinet door began to open again, slowly, gently, as if someone was opening it from the inside. But no one in the family noticed. There was no wind, no vibration strong enough. So what made that door move? What they didn't know? The ceiling security camera had recorded everything. No one approached, no one touched it, yet the cabinet closed and opened on its own. When they reviewed the footage later that night, a chill ran down everyone's spine. The family started to wonder, could this be a supernatural event or just a strange coincidence? No one had a reasonable explanation. But what about you? What do you think really happened with that cabinet? Just a trick of the wind? Or is something hiding inside this very home? Thank you all for watching my video. If you found it interesting, please share this story with everyone. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button to support me.